Welcome to Karaoke Wine with Jules and Tessa. And today's special guest, Sandra from Leak and Subsurface Locators in South Florida.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Karaoke Wine. We obviously have a very special guest with us today, but as always, before we get started,
Yes.
Briosa.
Yes. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
And now we actually have someone that can give like a real review. There we go. Yum. Very refreshing.
Yeah.
And by the way, she's drinking the blackberry elderflower rosé.
So good. So
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Love it. So, we would love to obviously get into why we're all here today. But before we do that, because we are Karaoke Wine.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Why don't you tell us your favorite wine?
So my favorite wine, Moscato. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
It is
We
probably
cannot be friends.
And the interview is over. Thank you.
See you later. No, it is probably Miami Pinot Noir.
Oh, yeah.
It is
good one.
absolutely delish.
Nice.
That is my favorite. Yes.
If you like a good Pinot, there is another wine that we love. It's called Inscription. It's from, I get it from Fresh Market.
Really?
It's a Pinot or a Pinot.
Inscription.
Yes.
Inscription.
Inscription. And it's like literally in the fancy writing, the fancy. The cursive.
cursive.
Writing.
Do you know how many people don't know how to write cursive nowadays?
Well, it's like not.
I love writing in cursive.
It's like no one knows how to. I love it. Nobody knows how to write it or read it.
No, I can barely read it, but I do love writing in it. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So love that. By the way,
Yes.
we're big Pinot Noir fans for sure.
I'm more of a cab, but
Yeah.
I'll drink anything sometimes.
After like the one or two, it just really doesn't matter what you're.
That's so true.
Yeah, we're right there with you for sure. Well, thank you.
I just don't like anything dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a dry person.
I'm a dry girl, actually.
No, I just I can't do the dry.
Well, as
again-
opposed to wet, is there like a wet
Sorry.
wine?
What?
And here we go.
That might be a
Immediately.
different conversation for a different day.
Well, speaking of what,
Hello.
Sandra, we would love for you to let us know what you actually do because it does have something to do with some moisture, correct?
It does have to do with a lot of moisture, yes. So I own Leak and Subsurface Locators. We are a leak detection company with now involving pool inspections. So basically, in a nutshell, what that is if you have a pool, it's leaking, who do you call? What do you do?
Yeah.
You call Leak and Subsurface Locators, and we go out there and we find your leak. We fix it. If we can do it right then and there, it's done. If not, then we...
How do you know if you have a leak?
So in Florida...
I've never owned a pool, guys. So
That's a great question. In Florida, during normal time, normal evaporation, in the wintertime, it gets a little bit more. And during the windy season, because if you have a lot of wind going on, you have a lot of water coming out of your pool. So that's going to make you think, oh, my pool is leaking. And it's not necessarily that. Excuse me. During the wintertime, if you have a heater in your pool, you're going to evaporate twice as fast.
I don't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like heat in a pool evaporates water.
Yep. So between
Do you
no
have to
rain,
Precipitation.
yes, between no rain, wind.
First of all, I know what it's called.
It's like what?
Anyway,
I know what that is.
Sorry, Sandra. Continue.
During the winter times, believe it or not, when do you think we would be busier? Summer or winter?
Well, winter for Florida,
For Florida.
it's quote unquote our. I feel like you would be busier during our winter time because that's when the weather is nicer and that's in season, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go with summer because it's hot.
Right. Winter time.
Yeah.
During September, October, November, December, January, we are so busy because everyone thinks that their pool is leaking.
Yeah. Because you're
versus during the summertime when you think, oh, everyone's in their pool, they're going to call us,
Yeah.
No one other than the normal people that really do have a leak and their pool is leaking because they're losing water. No. And do you know how cold the pools are at this time of
If
the
they're
year?
not if they're not heated.
If they're not heated?
71?
No, it can go down to the 60s.
You know what? That makes sense because my pool at my building, it's always freezing cold, and that's why I never get in.
Yeah.
So my guys go in with, right now they're still in wetsuits.
Really?
Yes. But most of the time after November, it's already taken out. We already took it out. They go in with a dry suit. So it's literally a dry suit. So they're wearing about long johns, 2 pairs of sweats, sweaters, and then they put their dry suit on.
Wow.
On top of wearing a weighted belt so that it keeps them down in the water.
Well,
So it's pretty funny.
well, I love that. Florida has a winter, you guys.
They don't
Yeah.
like it.
So, how did you get into this? And did you know about all of this
had no idea.
before you started your company?
None whatsoever.
Yeah, regulations
I didn't know anything about anything that had to do with pools. So my fiance Jeff, which is Stormy, can you get out of the way? Thank you. When I met him, he was a police officer.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah.
But we, when he retired, we're like, okay, what are we going to do? I worked as a medical assistant for 22 years. So that was my field. I knew everything about that. And he was like, well, I'm going to retire. What am I going to do?
Good question.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to work. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, I can go back to teaching. I can go to school. And we're like, okay. And then he's like, well, wait a minute. Why don't I get back into leak detections? And I'm like, what is that? What are you going to do?
Oh.
And he's like, I'll do it 3 days a week. And it'll be my little part-time hobby. Well, that worked for just about a half a second. Because once we started doing it, it got pretty busy. Our name kind of started going out. Because back then, I would say 20, 25 years ago, they're all 3 brothers used to have a pool business
Okay.
before he got into the police department.
Got
so
it.
they knew, people in the industry and things like that. But it got to the point where I was either going to run a business or work full time, because you can't start a business and work full time. It just doesn't. There's no way.
Had a full business.
Had a full business.
Yes.
We started making phone calls and just trying to get our name out there. And then I ended up having to leave my job because I got in trouble at work because I got caught on the phone.
Really?
Yes. I had
Well, wait. How long ago was this?
2017.
Okay, so you are doing a full-time job
Full-time job.
and doing work on your job,
Yes.
with just taking phone calls.
Yes. So I would kind of, the phone's ringing. I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. Well, you can only do that for so long.
Right.
So my boss took me into the office and she was like, What is going on? And I'm like, I'm really sorry, So I went home and I spoke to Jeff and I'm like, listen, we either do this or we can't do this, because I can't do 2 things at one time. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
So we made a leap, and I went in the next day and I told my boss that I was going to be leaving.
Wow.
That was so scary. I've worked since I was about 14 years old. So it was, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Not only what am I going to do, I'm going to do something that I've never known what to do. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
Nothing.
I kind of love that, though, because I think one of the things we want to know a little bit more in depth is like when you decided to bet on yourself. So you may have not known this industry, right? Obviously, Jeff had some
Experience
within it. However, you did mention you've been working since you're 14. So you know
Yes.
what you need to do
To survive.
to survive, which is to be successful.
Yes.
You've pushed yourself.
Yes.
So, I think coming from that perspective, I think you knew I'm betting on me wherever this goes. And great news is that what the job that you were doing beforehand, they're always looking to hire
Always.
people.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you probably felt,
If I have to, I can always go
Yeah.
back because I'm very good friends with everywhere I've ever worked with. You know, I've learned from very early on, don't burn bridges. So everywhere I left was with, you know, in good standings.
Yeah.
I'm still friends with a lot of doctors. So if I had to, I would have been able to go back.
When you started, did you meet with hostility or any kind of roadblocks because of being a woman or?
All the time. So at the beginning, it was kind of like, how are we going to get clients? What are we going to do? Because I didn't know enough to get on the phones to call people and tell them what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was really all on Jeff.
Okay.
And I wanted to learn, but in reality, I don't think I thought this was going to go anywhere. I was like, it's just going to be, you know, like, we're going to try and it's just not going to work. I know it sounds horrible, but that was the reality.
Did
I
you
just
say
did not
6
think-
months, a year?
I thought maybe a year and then that
Okay.
would be it.
Got
And
it.
that would be it. But God had other plans for us because here we are, you know, 10 years later and no, we're still very, very much in business. Doing very well. But back to your question, when we started, I had to learn a lot very quickly. And it's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
It's a lot to learn. It's a little, you know, little details and things like that. So it was a lot of frustration. And I will never forget the day that I decided, okay, this is what I have to do. Jeff said something to me and he made me really angry. And it was something to the effect of, you know, you can't do it or you don't know how to do it. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
You said what? I can't what? And I I went on the internet, picked up like you can pick up a phone book nowadays, but no. I went onto Google and I typed in pool contractors and I printed it out and I just started cold calling people. Introducing myself. Hi, my name is Sandra. I own a leak detection company. I had a little script of what I was saying. And if somebody came at me with a question I didn't know, I'm not sure about that, but let me get back to you. I'll find out the correct answer for you. Because I was always taught, like, don't say you don't know. Just say, I don't have that answer for you right now. I'll get back to you.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Are you saying that on your calls?
Always.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
Because-
I want to be sure that I get
Yeah.
the right answer. I believe I know it. I just want to like verify.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So from those phone calls, I got one contractor that became my number one contractor. He brought me in a lot of business. It was great. And then that one led to more, that led to more, that led to here, that led to that. And then here we are.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, and
It was scary.
I bet.
Did you, sorry to cut you off, Tessa, per usual.
For you.
When you did this, was your fiance like, I'm so sorry, I doubted you?
Yeah, right.
Or were you like, hey, look at this, and you doubted me?
Yeah, say it again.
Yeah.
Tell me one more time I can't do something.
So sorry, babe, because
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. No, I don't think he ever said sorry. Have you?
She's still waiting.
Men,
Yeah,
really?
So we're still waiting.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
still
7
waiting.
years
This-
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
business, by the way, Jess.
No, but I can tell you one thing. It's so important to have someone in your corner
Yeah.
because he may not have said sorry, but from day one, he has always said, you do not know your potential.
Yeah.
There is nothing that you cannot do.
I love that.
He's my biggest fan.
So I actually think maybe he used reverse psychology.
Yes,
Have you-
yes. Oh,
Okay, 'cause
well, he has a he has
Yeah.
he went to school for that.
Oh,
so
for the club.
yeah.
Okay. So Jeff, you knew our viewers here. How do you buy?
Yeah, he knew
Yeah.
exactly what he was doing.
I think it's also one of those things. Have you ever cold called people before? Like,
No, and I hate it. I never want to do it.
yeah.
It's very hard.
No, I just,
It is very challenging, and I think one of the things that I want to touch on is it is a very male dominated
Very,
business,
very.
and to have you calling contractors, and I feel very confident in saying this because my dad was an independent contractor his whole life. And I mean, because he had 3 girls, I think he respected the fact that women could also do what he did because he taught us everything. Like, we're super handy, but mostly men in a contracting position, especially with pools and irrigation and all those types of things, they're going to laugh at you and be like, who do you think you are?
Not just that, not do they only laugh at you, but they're like, can I speak to the owner?
Stop.
I'm sorry, but I am the
Are
owner.
you the assistant?
I am the owner.
Oh my God.
So, or can I speak to the gentleman in charge? Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that are technical that I can't answer because I'm not on the field.
Right.
But I can 95% of the time answer any of your questions. And if I don't, again, I'll get the answer for you. But don't ever think that because I'm a woman, I can't give you an answer.
Yeah.
Or that I know less than someone else.
Well, I would love in a moment if you're like, hold on 1 second, let me grab that. And then you like, beep. Hi, this is Sandra. How can I help you?
That is a great idea.
that is a great idea.
I'm going to do that.
We were just speaking. You wanted to speak with the owner?
Here she is. Yes.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's tough, but I think I've done well in introducing myself and putting myself out there that people now know, who I am, what I do, the type of company that we are.
Yeah.
We are family owned.
Love.
Everyone in the business that works for us is family.
Really?
Yes. So
That's cool.
my daughter Alexis runs the office. She's the one that 90% of the time answers the phone. So you'll get her. Then our sons Nathan and Isaiah are on the field.
Wow.
My son Christopher, who's in law school, when he comes down on vacation, he works for us also. He does repairs.
Oh my gosh, I love
Wow.
that. We're a lawyer in the family.
Yes. We needed someone in the someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very family oriented, and I love it. I love the fact that my daughter can stay home with my grandson and work for us. That was one of the reasons that we hired her, was so that she didn't have to go to work. She would always be home with the kids, and it's turned out great. People love her.
Nice.
I love that.
Yes.
I also think there's not enough people doing trade schools anymore.
There's not.
So you guys inherently get like all the business.
And that is-
especially since you're making it generational, you guys will continue to expand and grow.
Yes.
And there's always going to be that steady stream of income because people are always going to own pools. And
Not just that, but it's funny you should mention that. We are, and I haven't told you ladies this, we didn't talk about this. So generational wealth or trade businesses.
Yeah.
There is so much going on with AI right now that people are like, it's going to take over people's jobs.
Yeah.
And I actually just spoke to somebody this week that she said, my job was taken over from AI. She does mortgages. So I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. People think that because you do a trade, you're not smart or you don't make money or it's beneath what anyone else is doing. And that's just so not true.
No.
So we are actually working on something that we will be launching in February to teach people how to start your business, how to start a leak detection business, how to own your own business, because there's people out there, there's young women, young men that they don't want to go to college. They don't have that in them, but they want to work. They want to own their own business. Everyone wants, I don't care what anyone says, everyone wants to own their own business.
100%.
You want to work for yourself. But how do you start? Where do you start? Yeah, you can go on AI and say, okay, listen, how do I start this? But there's a lot of things that you need a step by step by step. And that is what we're working on.
Oh, good.
So
Pay it
we will
forward.
we will be teaching other people how to start this business.
That's amazing. And I know that you mentioned, because we're talking a lot about people who already own homes. And I want to ensure we touch on this because you shared it when we were kind of going through the outline of things. Who else outside of contractors are you starting to partner with from?
That's a great question.
Yes.
So realtors and inspectors.
Yes.
Those are people we are concentrating on now. We've found out that there's a lot of buyers that come from out of state, even people here in Florida that just don't own a pool.
Yeah.
They get a house, they have it inspected, it has a pool. They're like, okay, they're going to check my pool.
Yeah.
So inspectors inspect your house. They will look at a pool, but they cannot go in the pool.
Right.
Okay. Now, there are people that say, I will inspect your pool. I don't have to go in it. Yes, that is 100% true. You can go around the pool. You can throw a little device in there that we also have, and it will pick up a leak somewhere if it's big enough to be picked up.
Right.
Now, with that being said, what if there's a crack in the pool that you can't see? What if there is a small leak that could potentially turn bigger that does not get picked up on that initial little test? That is what we do. My guys actually dive the pool. They check all of the structure of the pool. They make sure that everything is to code, because you want to make sure in Florida, everyone swims. You need to make sure there's a gate. You need to make sure that it's at code. There's so many little details that people don't know. Like, you're supposed to have a gate around your pool. Make sure that it locks by itself. People don't know that.
And that makes perfect sense. And I think so. This is not just to be partnering, as she mentioned, with inspectors or with realtors or with contractors. This business is for the people too. So if you're a realtor, if you're looking to buy or sell, this is something where they can reach out to your company to be like, hey, we're either going to do this with the house that we're buying because maybe we can get some credit, right? Everyone likes
everyone likes a little kickback. Yes.
Or if you're selling your house, right, you don't want to give a kickback.
Right. I'm so glad you said that. So we're now getting into also teaching, because when we first started talking to realtors, the seller realtor was a little hesitant because, okay, if I have, not only do I have to worry about the inspector coming and killing my deal, but now you're going to come and tell me that there's a problem with the pool that's also going to kill my deal. No, that is not at all true. What we can do is we can save you from having all of those credits, because we can check your pool prior to putting it on the market, take care of the little things that could potentially be more expensive if the buyer comes in and has an inspection done.
Yeah.
So for our fee, we get it fixed, and you don't have to worry about having compensation later on.
Absolutely.
So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. And we're trying to educate people in the industry a little more so that they know what their options are. We're also getting calls from not just the inspectors and realtors, but customers themselves.
Yeah.
That are searching it. So
to be fair, I'm one of those people who would probably do something like that.
I wouldn't even know how to. I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I think that, to be fair, is probably because my uncle was a home inspector.
Okay.
And my dad was a contractor. And my other uncle owned a very successful plumbing business. So blue collar
All blue collars.
work, trade work is ingrained in my blood. I'm also handy. So I very rarely do I need to call somebody. And if I need to call somebody, first it's my dad.
Yes.
Dad, do I
Like,
really
Dad, do I
need
need this?
Like, I'm the girl in Home Depot FaceTiming my dad, and people are like, can I help you? I'm like, I'm on the phone with my dad. But, I think it's very important, to your point, that you're a full service family owned business.
Yes.
For really anybody, and a great partner and collaborator on either side of buying a home, selling a home, or even just maintenance in general to ensure that you're up to code or you're not missing something.
Yep. There's a lot of things within a pool that you want to make sure, like the main drain on the bottom, make sure that's good. There's old pools that are no longer up to code that were made very differently back in the time that need to be upgraded. Those things need to be, especially if you have an old house with a young buyer coming in.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your child is protected if they have kids.
100%.
Yeah.
So
I think it's just very educational as well for our viewers and our listeners. Obviously, we rely so heavily on ChatGPT and AI now for results and answers. There's no way that you could throw the computer in the pool to diagnose everything that they're doing.
No.
ChatGPT, help me out.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, especially since we're promoting South Florida businesses, this is huge to be able to, hey, we have something right here, especially people who are unaware that you should be doing that.
correct.
Yeah. So obviously the business and starting a business is very important, and I love highlighting it because one, you're a woman,
Yes.
and
badass.
two, you're not white.
I'm not. Really? No way.
You're not white.
You're not white. No, really.
Where is your family from?
We are from Colombia. So my mom and dad are from Colombia. I was born in New York, though,
Okay.
raised in Massachusetts, a little town called Framingham.
How is that being Colombian in Massachusetts?
I was 12 when
Okay.
we left. So I really, other than my best friend who I still talk to
Yeah.
from elementary, I've never gone back. I think I went to Boston like maybe a couple of years ago, but I haven't gone
You're
back.
like, it's too cold. I don't
Not
want to
just
go
that, but
back.
you know what's funny? When I moved here, I remember crying. We packed up, went in a U-Haul because, as you know, Spanish people all stick together. So
Yeah.
when one person moves, they all
all move.
We all just officially migrated here.
Yeah.
I'll never forget leaving, crying in the U-Haul, and saying, as soon as I turn 18, I'm out of here and moving back up north. Well, clearly that never happened.
Really?
Oh, I hated it. I was so upset. 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
You're leaving all your friends.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
true.
like, and you know what's funny? Jeff left at 12 too. He left from New York also, from Staten Island.
Is Jeff white?
He's Italian.
Oh, he's Italian.
He's my Italian stallion. Yes.
Okay.
So it
Jules
was
is my Italian stallion.
yes. So it was horrible. It was I thought I was going to die. I'm like, I'm leaving at 18 and I'm never going to look at Florida again. But here we
Okay,
are.
so we all know how that ended up. How did you and Jeff meet?
Give us us and
I know, and we're like a dating
let's
podcast.
get into the
Nitty
love
gritty.
story.
Okay. So don't hate me, babe. Don't hate me. I've known Jeff for 34 years.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
He was actually married. His first wife was married to my second daughter's godmother.
Wait, say that again. Hold on.
He was married to your daughter's godmother.
Yes.
Okay.
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 I went to
So you
their
guys were all
wedding.
like friends.
No, I wasn't friends with him. I was friends with his wife.
Okay.
We worked together.
Oh,
We
wow.
worked
Okay.
together.
Okay.
And we became super close. And I even went to their wedding. Long wedding.
Was
to
it a
say that-
Catholic
It was a
wedding?
Catholic wedding, and it
Oh.
was so long. Yes. So it was
The
so long.
Jewish weddings are like, let's get to the
And
party,
it's so much
guys.
fun. You guys had so much fun. I can't wait to go to one. Yes. So I went to their wedding. I remained friends with her for a very long time. Then I left that job. We lost contact. And then fast forward a couple of years later, I ran into him at like the mall or something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I didn't want anything to, again, don't hate me, babe. He aged like fine wine, my friend. He aged like
Oh, I
fine
thought you were going to
wine.
say something else.
No. What do you think?
You're like, don't hate me, babe, but that was a compliment.
He just was not my cup of tea back then.
Yeah.
He wasn't. And
Oh.
he wasn't. He looked very different, and it just wasn't for me at the time.
Okay.
So
Attractive was it for you?
he just was, it was just not my, if I could show you guys pictures, I would.
Okay. Was it like a Guido Italian? Like what
He just looked different. He just looked different.
Okay.
And I was in a different
you like
time of
you
my
like
life.
what you like.
Yeah.
What you like?
It was a different time in my life.
Okay.
I was Spanish. I did the typical dating Spanish men. It's a negative. But anyways, it was just not good for me. So we ran into each other, didn't pay attention to him. Then fast forward to 2013.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter gets into a car accident. Thank God everything was okay. I worked around the corner. She called me, Mom, I'm in an accident. And I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. I was literally behind the mall in Pembroke Pines,
Yeah.
which he worked for Pembroke Pines Police Department.
Oh.
So I get there and everyone's fine. Everyone's good. At this
It
time.
was the uniform.
Oh, girl, you have no idea.
Wait, did the handcuffs ever
Right.
come out?
Oh,
Like-
that's a different edition of this. Wait, I don't even see him at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know he's there. I had no idea he was there.
Yeah.
Okay. A week to the day goes past and I am at Sprint. Back then it was Sprint.
Yeah.
I go to pay my phone bill. I'm in uniform in my scrubs.
Yes.
I go in. And I'm walking, and this police officer, gorgeous, salt and pepper hair. It was the salt and pepper lady.
Wow.
It
That's
was
what I
the
like.
salt and pepper
Okay.
buzz cut. He
Okay.
comes up to me and he's like, "How's your daughter?" And I'm like, "How do you know my daughter? What are you talking
Oh,
about?"
you didn't even recognize it?
No, wait, no, I still don't know who he is at this point. And he's like, "She was in the car accident last weekend." And I'm like, "Oh, she's good. I didn't know you were there." He's like, "No, you didn't see me." I'm like, "Okay." So we chit chat for a second. I'm like, "All right, well, it was nice seeing you." I go and I pay my phone bill. As I'm walking out, he hands me a business card. I'm like, "Look at this fly cop trying to talk to me."
You're not mad about it, though.
Oh, I was not mad about it, but I had to play it off. And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So I run to my car and I sit in my car and I turn the card around and it says, "Hey, give me a call sometime. Jeff David." And I'm like, no way.
She's like, I'm
There's
sad.
no way this could be. It can't be. It can't be. I run back to my office. It's literally 5 minutes away from the office. And I get in there and I tell all the girls what happens. Okay. So they're like, call. And I'm like, "No, I can't call. I'll wait a couple days. You know, I'll give
You're
them
like, I
no
just
tip."
ran into
Yeah.
that.
I'm like, "Oh, girl, I could not wait till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I text him. And I'm like, "Hey, it's Sandra." He's like, "I know who you are." And I'm like, "Oh." And I'm like, "So do you know a girl named," I won't say her name, but
Yeah.
and he's like, "I know a lot of them." And I'm like, "Okay, well, were you married to one?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "This is Sandra." And he's like, "I know who you are." He's like, "I knew who you were at the accident." He's like, I knew that voice. I didn't even have to look up and I knew the voice. He's like, "I just said it." He's like, I just couldn't go out there because he's like, "I can't believe it's her. The girl who never wanted to talk to me."
I also think that he was probably on duty, and so you can't do
Could
certain
be. And he
things
was
on
training
duty, too.
somebody that day.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we chit chatted for a little bit there and here. And then we were both in relationships at that time.
Mhm.
So, you know, he couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I was getting ready to leave a relationship, which was great, but I didn't know where he stood. So we remained friends.
Yeah.
We would chit chat. We talked about the past. We would, you know, lunch here and there. And then
Here we are.
here we are.
That's crazy.
Here we are. So I am such a firm believer that what's meant to be is meant to be, because the universe knew that we would end up together. Because what are the chances that I lived in Pembroke Pines for 10, 12 years and I never ran into him? Never ran into him.
Yeah.
And it needed to happen when it did.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think it's interesting because I feel like if I was in that situation, somebody hearing my voice probably would have intentionally hid.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I'm
oh my God,
happy.
Tessa.
Yeah.
That's what he says. He's like, "Oh my God, it's Sandra."
He was like, "Oh my God, I can't see her." I'm like, "Oh my God, pretend I'm a fugitive and I'm arrested."
Yes. That's how it was.
I love it.
Yeah.
So when did you guys get engaged?
We got engaged right before COVID on a cruise ship. So I had wanted to get engaged forever.
Yeah.
So long. Every time we would go somewhere,
Where's your
I don't have
ring?
my ring. I'd have it off because it's getting cleaned.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're excused.
Sorry.
What happens, Jeff?
Yes.
We're promoting this to the world, and she does.
I know. I am happily
Okay.
engaged, guys. Very
Yes.
happily.
Yes.
I'm the forever engaged girl. We got engaged right before COVID on a cruise. We went December 21st, actually.
Oh.
We got engaged.
Okay.
It was amazing. I got into a little spat right before he proposed to me because I wanted to take a picture. And anyone who knows Jeff knows that he's quite the character. He always has to do like a funny pose before he takes a real picture. And it gets me so angry because like, I just want it to be done. And so we got into a little bit of an argument, and then we finally went to dinner. And then he's like acting a little nervous, weird here. And then he's like, "Oh, I got to go to the bathroom." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." He comes back and he's like, "Oh, let's go take some pictures on the stairs." You know, on the cruise, they have the stairs.
I know all about the
So
cruise
he had
package.
planned it with the photographer there that he was already going to propose. So they already
Uh-huh.
knew. So we're there, we're standing, and the photographer's like, "Okay, turn around, look that way." So I turn around, I look this way, and he has it in his sock and he can't get it out. So it's like stuck, and I turn around and he's like, and I really, you know how people say you forget?
Yeah.
Like, I totally forgot what even happened. I was just in so much shock. So, and funny story, we had been looking at fake rings on the cruise ship before, that day before. You know how they sell stuff on the cruise ships?
Yeah.
So when he gave it to me, I'm like,
You got me
a fake ring. And he's like, no, hun, like, this is the one you wanted. This is the one you picked out. I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, look at it. And I'm like, and that's when I was like, oh my God, this is my ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
So-
cute.
Yes. And then it was amazing. I had been wanting it for a really long time. And then COVID hit. So we kind of postponed even planning for it. And then life just kind of got in the way, and we're forever engaged.
Aw.
I
So
love it.
no plans.
Not right now, because my daughter got engaged 3 years ago now, because they've been married 2. So in the midst of that, we planned her wedding, which we
Okay.
had here at the house. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then my oldest daughter, who's my office manager, Alexis, got engaged in December.
Maza.
So also not on the cruise, but on vacation on a cruise in the Bahamas.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yes. So now we're kind of just sitting on that one and seeing what we're going to do for her. And our main priority right now is really building this next part of our business.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Okay with that too.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all about building and
Yes.
expansion.
Yeah.
So, which is interesting too, because karaoke wine really, we were joking about it today. It really transpired through overserved fun brunch.
Okay.
We started it.
Love a
and-
fun brunch.
Yeah, and we're about to hit our year mark in a week from this recording. So we get it when you're like, is this what we're doing? We thought it was just going to be this fun thing that we did that we really enjoyed doing, and now it's getting exponentially
Well, it's
bigger.
still the fun thing, because
Yeah.
if it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
Right.
But,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it is.
but it does take a lot more time than just like, oh, we shot, okay, it's done. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it goes through like thought process and marketing
Yes.
and like
Yes.
what we want to talk about and who's your audience and what do they want to listen to.
Yes.
It's all those things.
Agreed.
Question.
Yes.
What was the hardest thing out of like fruition, like starting to like now? What would you say, like, okay, if I could do one thing all over again and do it a little differently because I know what I know now, what would it be?
As far as the business or in life in general?
I mean,
Life, dating,
Yeah.
business, you can just
So as far as business, I would say learn as much as you can
yeah.
in every different aspect of the business, from marketing to what you're doing to who's going to use you. Is there a market for it? Can you do it? Because there's lots of businesses you can do, but if you don't love what you're doing, then it's you're not going to want to learn.
right.
Yeah.
And don't say you can't do something, without trying it, because I never thought I would like this part of the business. And Leak and Subsurface has become my baby to the point where, it's hard for me to think of either selling it or expanding, because I'm like, it almost feels like you're letting go of something. But in reality, you're not letting go, you're building, you're creating. Bless you.
Sorry.
On the truth.
Oh, no. I was like, whoa.
You're building, you're growing. So letting go doesn't mean letting go of the business. It means you're growing into something else because you've outgrown where you are now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's important to keep on learning. I have gotten out of my comfort box because I'm, believe it or not, super shy. I get super shy in front of people. I don't like talking to people because it becomes a little intimidating. And I've started doing a lot of networking things and putting myself out there and putting myself in rooms where like-minded people are, where people that want to grow, they want to learn, they want to see their business thrive.
Yeah.
And when they say that you have to be in rooms with the right people, it is 1,000% correct.
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with people that are not winning and that don't want to win, then that's what you become. If you put yourself in a room where there is multi-billionaires, then why can't you be a multi-billionaire?
But like anything else?
One thing I can say for any young lady or any women that are watching this, don't think that because things happen in your life that you can't move on from them.
Yeah.
I came from something that I thought was going to break me. That was super hard. At a very young age, I got involved in the wrong relationship. I stayed there for my kids, left that, and then went back into the same kind of relationship again. So you repeat your patterns because you think that that's what is you deserve, and it is not. It is not. And I did not think that I was ever going to see myself out of that situation. I found myself one night in a very bad situation where it was either leave or pretty much lose my life.
Yeah.
So I did what I had to do. And though it was hard, though it was scary, I knew that God always has my back, that it was going to be okay. And I suffered for about a year. It was the best year of my life because I went from starting completely over, zero, living in a very small garage that somebody was nice enough to let me live there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was the best year of my life, though, believe it or not. Anyone who comes from, or knows about leaving a domestic violence, they know what I'm talking about. And it was peaceful. I finally had peace in my life.
Nice.
I had a lot of people that helped me and supported me and walked me through that. And now I look back and everything that you go through at the time may look hard or like you're never gonna see yourself out of that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to take the leap of faith and believe that it's going to be okay. And just leave before you can't leave.
Yeah.
I'm such a huge advocate for domestic violence because, some people say you can't leave, and you can't. Some you can't, and it becomes too late. And whenever I can tell somebody leave, I do. And there's a lot of support now. There's a lot of different places that can help with that, and people don't talk about it enough. It's like a voodoo thing. You can't talk about it. You can't talk about it. And people need to talk about it because it's the reality of life.
Do you think they don't talk about it because of the shame?
Oh, it's very shameful.
Yeah.
It's very shameful.
Like, how did I get into this relationship? Why did I stay?
Why did I? And then the mental part of it also. Oh, I deserved it, or I did it, or it's my fault. And that comes from the person that's doing it.
Yeah.
Where they make you think that it's your fault.
It's the ultimate gaslighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I learned from it and I moved on from it. And now I'm a much better person. I am a very confident person. I believe in myself. And that's the most important, is just believing in yourself when you think that nobody does.
Yeah. I agree with that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that we know, like, any type, Jules and I have shared quite a bit on the podcast as well on things that we have been through that could be quote unquote taboo to talk about, need to be talked about more. So, we hate that you went through an experience like that and are thankful that you were comfortable enough to share that, because this podcast is a woman-owned podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we can transition into these like rapid fire questions.
Ask away.
See? Okay.
Ask away. I got to get ready for that.
So I would love to know, like, what is your like power move when you are feeling unstoppable? Like, what do you do? Or like, what is your...
What do I do? So
Yeah.
I love my religion. I'm a Christian, and I love to put on some amazing worship music and dance around the house.
Okay.
We're dancing.
I love to dance. And if it's not worship music, it's my freestyle music.
Yeah.
It's just something that gets me going, that tells me, we can do this. Like,
Yeah.
we can do this. You put your big girl pants on.
By the way, so Sandra's house is like throwing up Christmas, and I love it. I walked in, I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. This is amazing. I love Christmas, by the way.
I am that person that
Like,
decorates
awesome.
October 31st. Yes.
Yeah.
My family hates me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I want to stay in this all year long. Like, it just makes me happy. I love walking into this.
Listen, it's the cutest. You can see her kitchen in the back. All of her cabinets are
It's like
presents.
literally the cutest.
We died when we walked in.
Okay, so when you were in the dating scene, what was like your worst date?
The dating scene. Oh
Like
my
you
God.
left and you were just like, oh my God, never again.
Oh.
This is before
It's
like dating apps, guys.
Yeah.
Going to be, I dated a guy that had horrible teeth.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's one of our
Horrible
Icks.
teeth
Yeah.
and super bad breath. Like he would talk and I'd be like,
Yeah, mine's BO. Like if you have really bad BO, like I can't, like no.
Yeah,
Sir.
number one egg for me is actually because we talked about this on
Mhm.
the podcast. What's worse, like
But you can
hygiene
also,
or oral hygiene?
but you can also go like go to the dentist and get your teeth
you can, absolutely.
fixed.
And you can carry around Tic Tacs or something. Don't you smell like your breath? Like if I have bad breath, Jeff is like, you need to go brush your teeth. You need to go do something. You need someone to call you out on it. You need someone to call you out on it because, and I don't know how women do it now. I don't know how single women
Yeah.
do it because I went to the meat market in Boca and I love that place, but I was sitting there watching
Yeah,
and
It's like sharks,
it's
and the women are the chum.
it's crazy.
Till we walk in, and then we're the
I
sharks.
want to be in, I went to Harry's in Clematis.
What's that?
Adrian's
Okay.
and Harry's are next to each other. They're on Clematis.
okay,
That's in West Palm.
Yes.
Okay.
Adrian and Harry's are actually a husband and a wife. They're from New York.
Damn.
They have a Harry's in New York that we ate there before. For Jeff's 50th birthday, I surprised him with a trip to New York with his best friends.
I love it.
And we went there. And then his best friends who took us there actually live here now. And there's a Harry's here
Yeah.
and an Adrian. So they took us to Adrian. It's this pizza place. Guys, you'll never want to eat anywhere else. Now, it's not like it's so amazing. Their food is so, and the drinks, the lavender martini there, I swear you'll never have another one.
Harry's
Oh my, well, that's Adrian.
Oh, Adrian.
Hold on. So then now Harry's,
Get it right, guys.
We're going to Adrian. It's not
Harry's is right next door. Literally, the bathroom is how you get to each other because they're together.
Hysterical.
Excuse me. And Harry's a little bit more upscale. So this is where you have your Ferraris, your Lambos, your, walking Rolex people. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Like if you don't have a black card, you're not walking in. Pretty much. Okay.
Okay.
So anyways,
We went to the standard American.
I think that'd be okay, right?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
I think so. I think we're good there. So we walk in, we ate at Adrian's, went to have a drink at Harry's, and we're sitting there, and there's two girls sitting next to us at the end of the bar. They're kind of young, and these guys come over, older guys, and they're trying to talk to them, and the girls are literally like, oh my God, like, how are we going to get away from this? So they talk for a minute, and then they were going to buy them a drink, and they're like, no, thank you. So the girls start to walk out. We actually are walking out as well, and these guys, you can tell, are so bummed out because they couldn't get a call. They get into this car. It's kind of like I don't know if it was an Audi or it was, I'm like, I bet you they rented that.
Oh, no.
They couldn't open the door, and I'm like, oh, this. I can't imagine dating right now. I couldn't.
No.
Swipe left, swipe right, up, down. Like, yeah. So, next, let's go. What's the next one? What's
I
the
love
next
it.
one?
All right. So we're talking about music. You like to dance.
I love
It's
to
kind of your
dance.
Power move.
Love to
What's
dance.
like your number one vibe song right now that you just like repeat over and over again? Is it Christmas?
It's not. It's
Okay.
not. It's going to be Lizzie Morgan. She's a Christian singer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm obsessed with her. She plays in a band called Red Worship in a group.
Okay.
But her music is just, it makes your hair stand up. And it's not like, no,
Okay.
it's like, it's like worship music.
Yeah, there was a couple punk rock. We grew up in a very like Christian town as well. So what kind of music is Lizzie?
She's going to be like a pop worship almost
Okay.
kind of thing. And even when I work out, people think, well, you're listening to like some hip hop in there. I am listening to hip hop, but it's all Christian hip hop. So
Whoa.
good. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I just turned that on and
Get it, girl.
yeah,
I love
love it.
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be here without my faith. I would not be. I've gone through too many things in life to not have faith, and you cannot walk through life on your own. You have to have something to believe in.
100%. I think you have to have the faith and belief in yourself too. And that
Absolutely.
really stems from something higher power, as you will really any religion or, God, whatever you want to go from there. Final question.
Yes.
One word that either describes where you're at in your life or a word that you want to leave with our listeners to just like resonate with them. It's a tricky
Would
one.
want to say unstoppable. I am at a point in my life where I'm going up from here.
Yeah.
You can't tell me no. You can't tell me that I'm not going to do it. You can't tell me anything right now.
Yeah. The
I'm
bucks are
just-
no longer
Yeah,
given.
not. I walk in a room. I will be owning that room. I will meet who I need to meet, and I will go where I need to go.
I love it.
Amen.
Well,
That is
thank
me.
you.
Yes.
Sandra,
Cheers. And to do all the things.
start your own business.
Yes.
Take a chance.
Yeah.
Sleep.
John,
Do it.
Yes.
Just
do it.
Unstoppable.
Yes.
Okay. Carpe diem, bitches.
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. When I first watched you guys, I think I watched that ending like 5 times because I'm just like, I love it.
We're going to show you our merch.
Thank you for watching this episode of Karaoke Wine. Please like and subscribe.